What's up, guys? Back again tonight with more McGregor news. Found out through a couple of posts on Facebook from the UFC and Dana White. Dana White confirming that Conor McGregor is retired, pulled out of UFC 200. Kev, I got you on the line, obviously, and give me your thoughts on initially. Because we talked about this before, and you thought it was a stunt, yes?
Yeah, I believe it was a stunt. You want me to give my opinions?
Yeah, lay it
Um,
out, man, and analyze all this, man.
yeah, sure. What I thought to believe, and I'm sure Steve thought as well, was, and you can agree with me on this one, Steve, that we both thought that it was a stunt to help hype, the upcoming fight. And, we're not obviously thinking that he's going to retire because, he's only lost once and it wouldn't make any sense. It's just kind of like the Ronda Rousey thing. It's like it just seems like everyone who was undefeated, when they get defeated, they either get pregnant, retire, or just pretty much throw everything they've worked hard for out the window. And I would never understand that mentality. So of course I'm not believing that he's going to retire. But I mean, if Dana White has said that he's pulled out of the card, and you know Conor McGregor's trainers are saying the same thing, and all this is up in the air. It's like, you can't really argue with that. So now we know that it's legitimate, it would seem, and, I just think it's bullshit. Maybe he had his own personal reasons, I'm sure, but do I think it was the right move? No, because he will forever bite his lip and look back on this day as, he retired because Nate Diaz made him his bitch, and he'll never be able to let that go, I guess. Like, he'll never be able to move on from it.
Yeah,
And that's why I think it's a bad idea altogether. Just because if I was in Conor McGregor's shoes, I'd at least give it one more shot and see if I can beat Nate. But it just seems like that loss has really affected him, and it doesn't look like he will be coming back, I guess, now with this new news that we found out. So yeah, just to not drag it on too much, that's my thoughts, bro.
yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking the same as you, and obviously, as fans of Connor, and the excitement that he brings to the octagon, man, ever since Dublin for me, and
Oh yeah,
even earlier for you,
absolutely.
and it's just
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense because like you said, Connor's not going to be around anymore to avenge that loss from Diaz, and
yeah,
I just want to bring into it when Chuck lost to Couture all those years ago. Chuck didn't retire, didn't pack it in, and Chuck avenged those losses, right? And so I'm saying,
yes, he did.
why Connor has to retire now and just say, oh, I lost to Diaz, that's it. I don't get it.
I will never understand. I mean, I just feel like he's going to regret this move because, you know, this is going to forever affect him in the long run. Like,
Hmm.
he may be sitting comfortably on good finances, but, that loss is going to eat away at him and it's going to drive him insane.
Yeah,
And he'll take it to the grave with him if he doesn't do anything about it. So, I mean, if I was in Connor's shoes, I wouldn't do it, man. But
yeah.
if it's for health
Hopefully,
reasons, then I can completely understand. And you're not going to do that forever, obviously. That's the fire business. You want to make your money and get out quickly while you can, as they say. And, that's really what it is. I mean, a lot of people have made the mistake of, fighting too much and taking too much damage. And you look at people like in boxing, and it's a different sport, but it still applies.
hmm
Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali is a vegetable nowadays. He's got Parkinson's, and I do believe that his career has a part in that, of him taking too much punishment. And this is why, this is a thinking man's game, I would say. And as much as you might not use your mentality and it's more physical, you still got to use your mentality to know when to step away. And I think Connor, I mean, if he is to walk away, I hope it's for a valid reason. But if it's just the fact that he's lost once and he can't get over it, I think he's going about it the wrong way.
definitely, yeah. mean, I've heard different things. I've heard he was in Iceland and he couldn't make the like promo press stuff, and Dana was just fed up, I guess. And but
Yeah.
those are unconfirmed. Um,
Well, that,
yeah, it just made.
But I just want,
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to jump in real quick and just go on record and say, as a fellow European and having Irish in my blood, and Steve having Irish in his blood, Conor McGregor is, one of the best things to happen to MMA in a long time, and he's brought back that life into MMA. I mean, we're talking like people don't even hype fights anymore. And when McGregor came in, it's like more fans came to the sport. He brought more fans and people that didn't even watch UFC. So you need someone like that to shit talk. Like, kind of brings me back to when like Rampage Jackson, like a young Rampage Jackson, when he, was on the scene, he would be that guy that would talk shit. But no one has ever done it the way Conor McGregor has. And, McGregor is just like, it's a once in a lifetime thing. Honestly, like McGregor is really good at, being a showman, really good at, selling fights. He's really marketable all around, like, and not just that, he's a phenomenal fighter, and I don't think people give him enough credit. I mean, I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, definitely.
God's honest truth.
And like thinking back to that press conference that Nate and Connor had to promote the first fight, I mean, constant like back and forth, like threats and all this, and like I'm gonna miss that showmanship definitely. And I say this again, I really hope this is just part of one elaborate plan to hype 200. And if it's not, like I said in your video that we did earlier today, all the best to Connor. And
absolutely.
Yeah, honestly, Ben, like that's it for me. I don't know, any last comments?
Yeah, any last comments? Yeah, I think for all the people watching this, it's never a biased review. We speak for people. We always give people the benefit of the doubt. And I just want people to one thing to learn from this is that for all those people that are going to be saddened by this, just remember one thing: he's a man at the end of the day, a human being. Most importantly, he has a family, loved ones, same thing. And there will come a time in every man's life where he's no longer able to work. So whether he's career be an MMA fighter or someone that just works a regular 9 to 5, whatever that would be, doesn't matter. There is going to come a point in your life and a crossroads where you can't do what you can do anymore, and because you're either too old or you're not physically able to do that. And the fighting game, same again. I'll say this again. People should listen. Is that you earn your money and you get out quickly, and that's it. And that's just being smart. You don't want to be that guy who you can't play with your children or be physically fit to even tie your shoelaces. Just simple things we do in day-to-day life. Those shots and those punishments, that those fighters take, those hits to the head. I mean, especially getting punched by a guy like Anthony Rumble Johnson, like, there's only so much of that you can take. I mean, some guys are unlucky. They get hit a few times in one fight, and that's the end of them. There's a guy that's died in the cage. I mean, that one fighter, brain damage, one of McGregor's sparring partners or one of his people from his training camp.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the reason that is underlying, and he just hasn't really come out and confirmed that.
And this is a good point, and this is why I love our videos, because we can feed off each other. And what Steve said there, maybe that's scared McGregor. And
I mean, it would scare me.
I'd be fucking scared. I mean, for them to do that line of work and to have that news, I mean, it's very shocking, and it's enough to make anybody walk away from the sport, because McGregor is probably looking at his wife or whoever and saying, that could have been me, honey, and that's probably why, and maybe they've had a talk about it, and he's made his money, and I mean, he is a millionaire. Like, he doesn't have to show you his bank account. If you don't believe that, then you're a fool, because he's made so much money since being in the UFC.
Definitely,
and he can actually believe it or walk away and live comfortably. I know people would think it's too soon, but I think he can. I don't see why not.
I don't blame him one bit.
it would be a shame that for us fans to no longer see Conor McGregor. So
yeah, the showman and the exciting fights, they're gone now, and just think of like now replacement. I've heard. Sorry.
Just real quick, it's that showmanship that helps promote the fights, like you said, and a lot of guys like personality and McGregor. I guess it's the old saying.
The guy takes over press conferences and all this, and he makes it fun. He doesn't take it too serious, and he enjoys it. But that's all gone apparently. But hopefully not, and hopefully soon we'll get more news about this. So keep it locked here. That is it for me, my friends. Adios, Kev.
Peace out.
Adios, my friends.